With the recent attacks on Sony's online infrastructure, it's not been a really great time to be a PlayStation gamer, especially with the recent releases of Portal 2, Mortal Kombat, and Zipper Interactive's SOCOM 4. Unfortunately, some of what I can only imagine are some of the best features of the game aren't available at this time, including 32-player online competitive multiplayer, and more importantly to me, 5-player co-op. Given these circumstances, I'd like to discuss my single-player experiences with SOCOM 4, and then discuss my multiplayer experiences later on.
We're in trouble now.
Schweitzer.
Wouldn't go in there, Commander.
But sir, there's no activity of any kind in that area. You're asking us to perform recon for a supply point?
In SOCOM 4, you play as Ops Commander Cullen Gray and First Lieutenant Park Yoon-hee, otherwise referred to as 45. The game takes place in Southeast Asia on an island near Sumatra over a period of 6 days. The single-player campaign's 14 missions took me 7 hours to complete on the normal difficulty setting without providing much of a challenge until the final 2 nail-biting missions. Throughout the course of the adventure, you'll fight local rebels known as Naga and a mercenary group known as Clawhammer, where you've essentially got to stop a military revolutionary from destroying a vital waterway that will disrupt global economy in the name of their faction's profits.
Would you like some taroko?
Shut the fuck up! You're coming with us.
There's a briefcase in the cabinet with $1 million US. Take it. You can buy your way out of the country. Claim you found me dead.
You're kind of just thrown into the middle of the action, so it took me a while to figure out what the hell was going on in the first place. The characters are all pretty interesting, as they all have distinct personalities that conflict with one another. The voice acting complements the characters nicely, and it actually feels genuine. As far as stories go in third-person shooters, this one isn't half bad.
I'll be running things from this command center. Check back at 0600. Dismissed.
While playing as Cullen Gray, you'll be in command of 2 teams. The blue team, consisting of an American and British operative that are skilled in medium-range heavy firearms, and the gold team, consisting of 2 South Korean operatives that are skilled in silent sniper reconnaissance. Orders are issued to each squad with the D-pad, allowing you to command each squad to move to a series of waypoints, hold position, regroup, or take out strategic targets designated by you. This is not a run-and-gun game. You've got to use strategy and give orders as the commander. Your AI teammates should do the majority of the killing. For the most part, the AI is actually pretty good, as they're smart enough to follow the waypoints and find appropriate cover when necessary. Unfortunately, sometimes they'll misread one of your commands and just charge right into the middle of the fray when you simply told them to take out a target. On top of that, it's extremely difficult to get them to revive a downed teammate, which is really ridiculous. This wouldn't be so annoying if the game didn't end if one of your operatives dies. While there's supposed to be functionality for you to be able to revive them yourself, the option never appeared on my screen, and not until I did research after the fact did I find that you have to press a button not listed on the screen or in the manual to do it yourself. While playing as 45, you'll go solo through nighttime stealth recon missions that, as you can imagine, revolve around not being spotted as to avoid insta-death. In these missions, you'll sneak around silently in the bushes and avoid confrontation at all costs so that you can gather intel or destroy important targets like enemy anti-air or armor. I found this to be a nice change of pace and actually pretty challenging, as it's pretty tough to avoid being detected when you're surrounded by an entire platoon of enemy hostiles. The standard variety of weapons is provided to you from the start, each upgradable over time simply from use. As the weapons level up, you'll gain access to attachments like scopes and grenade launchers. You can also unlock additional weapons through your playthrough by scavenging them from fallen enemies. Upon completing the campaign, you can hop into a custom campaign where you can create your own series of missions from the regular levels with a variety of customizable parameters. Each mission allows you to decide between takedown and espionage, which alone provides you with essentially several new types of missions not included in the standard campaign, as well as the ability to set the difficulty and amount of enemies. I thought this was a neat way to add some additional single-player gameplay to the mix. SOCOM 4 also includes options for stereoscopic 3D support, as well as separate control configurations for both the PlayStation Move controller and unique controls for the sharpshooter attachment. There are a bunch of customization options for the Move, which means it should take you a while to get it set to your liking, as you'll need to find ideal sensitivities for regular aiming and scope gameplay, as well as the right calibration. While I still suck with the Move on shooters, I think it's really cool, and it's just something that takes time to get used to. There are some extra buttons on the sharpshooter, like the ability to toggle burst, auto, or single shot rounds that you can't set without using that controller. I also really enjoyed the feeling of stabbing an enemy by thrusting the sharpshooter forward. The graphics look great for a console title and ran smoothly without any hiccups. They actually reminded me a lot of those from Just Cause 2 on the PS3. The game also features fully destructible cover, which both looks badass and keeps you on your toes while you've got a barrage of bullets, grenades, and rockets coming your way. While it's unfortunate that the PlayStation Network has been down and that I haven't been able to test out the online co-op and competitive multiplayer options, I did have a pretty good time playing through the single-player campaign of SOCOM 4 and testing out the move functionality with the sharpshooter attachment. It's tough to come up with a recommendation as to whether or not a gamer would get their money's worth out of this title without testing these features, but the portions of the game I was able to play looked and played great, with the exception of some dodgy AI. Overall, SOCOM 4 appears to be a pretty solid title. If you're interested in supporting the show, check out my sponsor Netflix at netflix.com/ZGR for a free trial membership in the US and Canada. Check out the full write-up and screenshots over at ZeitgeistGameReview.com. Stay up to date by following me on Twitter and Facebook, and make sure to check out all of the other great gaming entertainment on the Game Station. Don't forget to subscribe and press the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching.